Hi, I'm Kitty. Sometimes we find it quite difficult to captivate our audience. What can we do then? If you ask me, using different sentence structures can be one of the ways to make our speaking less monotonous or boring. You could consider using conditional sentences to help you with this. There are different types of conditional sentences, but the most basic ones are the first, second, and third conditionals. For example, we use the second conditional in past tense to talk about the possible result of an emergent situation in the present or future, like in this scenario. I asked you to have dinner with me after work today. Then you say, "Oh, if I didn't have to work, I'd definitely love to. I'm sorry." It means you believe you're very likely to have to work tonight, so you don't think you can have dinner with me. This is a way to decline an invitation politely. In this episode, Julian will give some suggestions about how to choose subjects for A level. We also use conditional sentences in our conversation. Pay attention to how we use them with different tenses. Julian, I'd like to know more about the education system in the UK. How many subjects do international students have to study in secondary schools?
Well, it depends on the school requirements and what year you enter. If you start studying from the fourth form, you'll have to take at least 8 subjects. But when I entered the fifth form, I had to take 5 subjects only.
Oh, that's quite different. You could take fewer subjects and focus on those you like. I bet you perform better in the IGCSE exam.
True. That's why I like to study in the UK. I didn't have to study compulsory subjects like those in Hong Kong.
So after you finished IGCSE exam, you moved on to A level and started the sixth form. How many subjects did you have to study then?
Well, I chose 4 subjects, although I just had to take 3 subjects only.
What subjects did you choose?
Physics, biology, and maths, plus further maths as an optional subject.
Oh, interesting. You didn't have to study English.
No, because I set my mind to reading computer science in university. So I chose science subjects. Actually, when I finished the sixth form, I found out further maths is not necessary in computer science. So I dropped it in year 13, which was second year of my A level.
It means you just had to study 3 subjects for your A level exams.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you got good exam results, didn't you?
Well, to be honest with you, my results were beyond my expectation. I had never dreamed that I could get an A star.
Wow, excellent. Well done, Julian.
Thanks. I believe I couldn't have got such good results if I continue my study in Hong Kong.
Uh, you earlier mentioned you were forced to study some compulsory subjects in Hong Kong, but you could choose your favorite subjects in the UK. Was it the main reason?
I think so. I just had to focus on the 3 subjects I really like. Apart from that, I reckon the low student to teacher ratio in the UK was also a crucial factor.
Oh, how many students in your class?
Usually 10 in a class,
How about when you were studying in Hong Kong?
about 30.
Whoa, there's a big difference. I imagine your teachers in the UK could teach you more intensively.
Right. We could talk to them and ask them questions anytime at break or after school.
Hmm.
Besides, they could spend more time on managing our academic matters and give us thorough feedback on our assignments, which were extremely helpful in improving our performance.
Hmm. Now you have finished A level. Do you have any plans for the future?
I want to get involved in robotics and brain computer interface, to which physics and biology are applied. For the meantime, I'm applying to a few universities.
It seems to me that you are very good at planning. Do you have any suggestions if someone plans to study A level and go to university in the UK?
Well, I'd suggest looking into the course they wish to study in university before choosing A level subjects. Try to find out what subjects are required to apply for the course.
Hmm. So much for your sharing about choices of subjects in A level and university. Now, if you compare yourself with 3 years ago, what changes are most noticeable?
Mm, in the UK, I lived in a boarding school with other students from different countries. There are rules about time to get up, to have meals, to return to your room, and so on.
Hmm.
I also had to learn how to use communal facilities
Hmm.
like the bathroom, the kitchen, or the TV room. This made me become more disciplined and think before I act, because I'd be held responsible for the mistake I made in the end.
Hmm. True. I've heard boarding schools in the UK are famous for turning even the worst students into a disciplined one. Do you think so?
Yeah, I agree after experiencing it myself. As a matter of fact, everyone around me was very hardworking. The strong studying ambience motivated me to do the same. I remember I used to slack out in Hong Kong, but in boarding school, the students' industrious attitudes rubbed off on me, which drove me to change my habits and become more dedicated to my study.
It was amazing, wasn't it? You couldn't pull yourself up by your own bootstraps in Hong Kong, but you did it when you were with your friends, who said friends are not important. Hmm? So, are you going to stay in the UK to get a bachelor's degree?
Well, I was offered a place in one of the world top university in the UK, but due to COVID-19, I negotiated with the university and managed to defer the offer to next year. Hope I can return to the UK to resume my study then. After all, I'm already used to the environment there.
Hmm. If I were you, I would do the same. Anyway, Julian, I hope you can get good results, whatever your choice is. Uh, all roads lead to Rome.
Thanks.
Do you know how to use the three conditional sentences with correct tenses? If you don't and want me to make a video about them, please write your comments here. I'll make a video about them in depth. If you like my video, please share it with your friends or schoolmates. I really hope more people can learn how to express themselves confidently in English. Thank you very much for watching my video. Bye!